Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Our big story tonight, the teacher walkout is officially over. 1 week after a sea of red took over the state capitol, Governor Ducey has signed a budget that gives Arizona teachers a raise.
Supporters of the Red for Ed movement plan to return to the classroom tomorrow. But is this really a win for educators? Team 12's Charlie Etzedy is live at the state capitol with what they're saying tonight. Charlie?
Good evening. Well, the teachers we spoke to are calling this a small victory. There was a bit of a celebration here earlier today. The crowds have since thinned, but there was a lot of acknowledgement that there is still so much more work left to be done. Hundreds turned out at the Capitol just hours after Governor Doug Ducey signed a new state budget.
Every single one of you has done something that you didn't think you had the confidence or the competence maybe to do.
For weeks, leaders with the Red for Ed movement have been demanding several changes to the governor's proposed budget to allow more funding for public schools. Ultimately, the governor's plan allotted more money for teacher pay and school funding, but left out other key demands. So, was this really a win for educators?
I definitely think it was a victory for the movement, but I think the movement continues.
I feel like we've made a first step, and I feel like we've gotten ourselves heard. I think that we've brought a lot of attention to this crisis in the classroom.
The group says it's now shifting its focus onto the November election, and the first order of business is gathering signatures for a voter initiative being touted, Invest in Ed, which would impose higher state income taxes on certain sections of the upper class. And their goal? Well, to use that money to help bolster education funding. That's just one of a few suggestions now floating around on how to funnel more money into Arizona's public school classrooms.
We love our children in Arizona, and I fully believe that the voters of Arizona, when given a choice, will choose that they also value public education in this state.
And coming back out here live, a much quieter and different scene here at the Capitol than what we've been seeing for the past couple of days, even in the last couple of hours. All right, so in addition to that voter initiative that I just told you about, the Red for Ed leadership is also working to garner support for elected officials who can go into office this November and support the initiatives that they were hoping would be included in this budget, but unfortunately got left out. We're live at the Capitol. Charlie Etzedy, 12 News.
Charlie, thank you.